So, I have had a very interesting day. I have had a very interesting day. Oh yeah, welcome back to episode 2 of Blowin Smoke, guys, because we're doing it. It's another one of these things where I just sit down, hit record, and I've got no script, no plan, no nothing. We're just going to talk and see what happens. Yeah, my interesting day. Today is the Saturday, the 31st of May. The ban comes into effect at midnight tonight. Tomorrow's the first day of the ban. Yeah. On my interesting day, I actually went to my local vape shop and I spent a good 2 hours, 2.5 hours in the vape shop just watching. And I did actually get Joe to say a few words on camera as well, so I'll play that for you in a bit when me and Joe kind of talk about it. But when I stop kicking me tub of vapes, very interesting day, yeah. So 2.5 hours spent in a vape shop, just watching what happens on the final day for disposable vapes. Because if you're watching this, hopefully you know they all go illegal at midnight tonight. Yeah. I can't quite believe what I have just seen in the vape shop. Let me just start out right. The ban comes in at midnight tonight. In 2.5 hours, stood in the vape shop just watching, the amount of people who did not know the ban was coming into place. Hours before the ban comes into place, there's still people going in who don't know the ban is happening. It's like that, to me, is a failure of the British media. It really is. That is a massive failure of British media because the general public do not know about the ban. One lady came in, just one, and said, I didn't know about the ban until I saw it on the news last night. She had no idea about the ban, but it was on the news last night. And she said, I've not seen that news broadcast myself, but she said it was about 30 seconds in the news programme where they just mentioned the ban comes into effect. So even then, it's like, I don't know what you're like when you're watching the news, but for me, news is like just background noise unless they say something that really grabs my attention. I don't really pay that much attention to the news. So a little tiny 30-second thing, I'd miss that. I wouldn't even know they'd said it. But the amount of people who still don't know is worrying. Is really, really worrying. And I mentioned in the first Blowin Smoke as well that I've got a friend who works in another vape shop, not the one I was in today, in a different vape shop, who's booked off. He's used his holiday days to book off the first 7 days of the ban because he does not want to deal with the people who are inevitably going to go in and kick off because their disposables are no longer available and they did not know about the ban. They didn't know. And the sheer amount of people as well who came in and stockpiled disposable vapes just while I was there. I counted, I think it was 17 people. In the space of 2.5 hours, 17 people came in and they're buying handfuls of these vapes. 5 or 6 of them came in, picked up 5, 6 devices, they're spending a fiver on them, and that was it. Other people came in and they just went massive armful. Because in the vape shop I'm in, Joe has set up all the vapes what are going to become illegal as of midnight. He's got them all set up on the front counter in little tubs, and he's selling them all for £1 just to try and get rid of them before the ban comes in. And the sheer amount of people who come in and just literally pick up as many as they can and just walk out with them. Like, obviously they're paying for them, but I mean 20, 30 devices in one purchase. They're spending 20, 30 quid on disposables in one go because of the ban. I had one lady came in who didn't know about the ban. She came up, saw all these disposables on the front counter that are marked down to £1 each, and her first thought wasn't the ban. It was, well, are these all £1 because they're going out of date? And it's like, no, they're all well within date. The reason they're all £1 is because of the ban what comes in at midnight. There's a ban? How is this not more widely known? This is what annoys me the most, I think. The ban is coming in, but nobody knows. Something has gone wrong somewhere, because see, this one lady I'm on about, she came in wanting to know why there was all the date and all that kind of stuff, right? As soon as we mentioned to her it's because of the ban, she panicked. You could see it on her face. The panic. What instantly hit her. She didn't want to appear on camera, but she did let me take a picture of all the ones she bought. In one go. She was only coming in to buy 1 or 2 things, but because she didn't know about the ban until we told her about it, she bought all that massive amount of stuff just to stockpile them. I mean, it has been utter chaos in there. The bit I filmed with Joe, which I will show in a minute, we kind of had a quiet 5 minutes where there was a bit of a lull. We had a little bit of 5 minutes to ourselves. So I set everything up and it's like, right, it's all set up, it's there, it's ready to record. As soon as the last customer walked out that was in the store, hit record, me and him do a bit of talking, and then I stopped it again as soon as another customer came in. So we only had a couple of minutes to actually talk about the ban. But yeah, the ban isn't even in effect yet, and it's already causing chaos. I mean, of course, I don't know if you noticed as well, but I am wearing my World Vapers Alliance t-shirt. They gave me this at the expo, and I thought, you know what, if I'm going to be in there just watching the chaos, what is unfolding, I at least want to support the cause, what I'm interested in. So yeah, save UK vaping and all that. Just a little thing. But it's like people, I think I made a mistake wearing this t-shirt actually, because we'd explain to these people who didn't know about the ban, and then they'd look at me, look at Joe, who's the only member of staff. I'm just there to observe. I don't work in the vape shop. I'm just there to watch and see what happens. It helps that Joe is a very good friend of mine as well, but I'm just there watching. But they turn around, see this Save UK Vaping, and it's like, why are you banning the vapes? Don't look at me, I'm not banning them. It's like they're rounding on me and they're rounding on Joe. Why are they being banned? Why are you banning them? We're not. It's the government. There's going to be massive amounts of confusion. So Joe is actually off tomorrow. He's not working. He doesn't want to deal with it. My other friend in the other vape shop, he's booked off the full week because he knows it's not just going to be a one-day thing. He's booked off the entire week just so he doesn't have to deal with customers coming in and kicking off because they didn't know about the ban. I mean, yeah. I dread to think what tomorrow is going to be like. Because the amount of people, 2.5 hours in there, the amount of people who came in looking for disposables and didn't know about the ban, it kind of leads me to think that a lot of people tomorrow, on the first day of the ban, are going to go into vape shops all over the country and they're going to be looking for their disposables. And when the vape shop turns around and goes, haven't got any to sell you because they're now illegal, I can see a lot of people kicking off all over the country. And the main point of contention for me, the main reason that I think people are going to kick off is purely for what I've said several times already. Nobody fucking knows about the ban. The media's not reported on it. It's not been on TV. It's not been on radio. It's not been in papers. It's been nowhere. If you're not in the industry, apart from a little 30-second segment on the news last night, you have no way of knowing that the ban's coming in. No way of knowing. And that's what frustrates me. If you're going to bring a ban like this into the UK, I think the latest figures are I can't remember if it's 6 million or 8 million people in the UK that vape. Someone will have to fact check my figures on that because I'm trying to do it from memory and I kind of almost think I'm wrong. But excuse me. But yeah, someone fact check me on it and correct me in the comments because I've got this figure in my head that it's somewhere between 6 million to 8 million people in the UK that vape. I could be wrong. I'll hold my hands up. I could be wrong. It's just a figure I've got in my head. Another figure I've got in my head is that 1.5 million of those are purely disposable users. Now, given the amount of people who walked in today looking for disposables that did not know about the ban, this is a figure I'm making up off the top of my head now, right? And this is just me guessing here, but 1.5 million disposable users in the UK. And from what I've seen from my 2.5 hours in the shop today, I kind of get the feeling that tomorrow, 1 million of those will go into a vape shop looking for their disposable and will be upset when they can't get one. Based on the number of people who came in to buy a disposable today and didn't know about the ban. Some of them did, right? Some of them who came in did know about the ban. So I'm not saying that nobody knows, but I would say 70% is the number I'm going to put on it. Again, I'm not official research or anything. This is just from me standing in a vape shop for 2.5 hours. I would say 70% of the people who came in looking for disposables did not know about the ban. And that is the biggest problem with it right now, because I can see so many people getting upset, so many people kicking off from tomorrow. I mean, yeah, I actually don't really know what else to say about it. Let me show you this thing I just did with Joe. And, you know, he actually told me something as well. I'll let him tell you in the video, but he told me that before 9:30 today, in fact, I think he said 9:10 actually. We'll find out when we watch it together in a minute. But he said within the first it's definitely within the first half an hour of opening, he'd already sold about 200 disposables. Now, I can't remember what he said because it was about an hour ago when we filmed this in the shop, but I'm pretty sure he said that one person came in and bought £200 worth of disposables. Now, because he's selling everything for £1, it's not hard to do the maths on that. One person came in and bought 200 disposable vapes in one go, just to stockpile them before the ban. I mean, I'm not sure you should be stockpiling them, because I know a few places have come out and said they've got lithium-ion batteries, you need to be careful how you store them, which, yeah, is true. You do need to be careful how you store them. Could potentially be dangerous. But still, for a ban to spur someone to go into a shop and buy 200 disposable vapes in one go, something has gone wrong there. Something has gone wrong, and I do blame the media for it. If the media had been a little bit better and going, look, the ban's come in, it's on this date. If the media had reported this months ago to the general public, I don't think we'd have all this mass panic buying what I've seen today. I don't think any of that would have happened. But I've seen it today. I've seen the panic buying. Like the one lady I mentioned who bought all that stuff, she had no idea it was the ban. She only came in for one or two things. As soon as we mentioned it was the ban, right, I'm going to buy all that I can afford. She actually said that. She said, I'm going to buy as many as I can afford to buy, which was the picture I shown you before. So I don't actually know how to feel about it properly, because I just think so many issues I've seen today in the vape store are surrounding the ban could easily have been resolved by people being made aware of the ban. I'm getting to a point now where I'm just going to repeat myself and go on a massive rant. So, let me show you this thing I did with Joe, right? Let me show you what I filmed with Joe in the vape shop today. I'm down at my local vape shop, and I've been here for about an hour watching all the chaos going on with this disposable ban. And my mate Joe's having a pretty hard time, aren't you?
Yeah, just a bit.
So you were telling me, how many have you sold today?
Well, first 5-10 minutes, probably about 200 in the day. Like the first 5-10 minutes of opening the shop. But overall, the course of the day, got to have been a good couple of 300-400 already.
In one day?
Yeah. Got to have been.
Are you expecting much trouble when tomorrow people can't come in and buy them?
Potentially, purely for the fact of there's not many people who know about the ban. Obviously, there's only so much we can do as a business, but the media's let people down.
Yeah, I've noticed that myself. I've seen nothing on the media about it.
No.
No.
Nor have I. It's only really been the last couple of days, scrolling through TikTok, through YouTube, anything where there's been any kind of traction for it. And even there, it's is it even worth it? Yeah. Because the new devices are the exact same as the old.
Yeah, like the Lost Marys are exactly the same. The Elf Bars are exactly the same.
Just repurposed.
Yeah. It's I've seen it myself. I've been here for about an hour watching all this go down. And I've seen about 10 people come in and just grab handfuls of the last few disposables there and just buy massive amounts of them, 10 in one go, 20 in one go. It's getting a bit ridiculous, isn't it?
It is. People are stockpiling it, but now the media are warning people not to stockpile because of the lithium batteries in them. If not stored correctly, obviously, could cause damage, but people are going to store them the same way we store them.
Yeah.
So It's all scare tactics.
It is. Yeah.
It is just, again, it's even stuff what is rechargeable and isn't refillable. There should still be a way that they can do it, like the new Hi-80 Pro Maxes. Just the pods have the coils built in. Why couldn't they just release pods for that for like the older models?
Yeah.
You know, and all that.
That's all I actually had time to film with Joe, because his shop today was hectic. It's like that 2 minutes. What that video lasted was probably the only quiet 2 minutes we had. It straight line of customers all the time I was in there. But you listen to what Joe was saying, and he's basically saying the exact same thing as what I've just said. It's the media is at fault. And I've watched that back just now as I was adding it to this video. And Joe hit on a very good point there. The media has failed, and he himself, a guy who's in the industry, has only really seen any information about the ban pop up on the likes of TikTok or Instagram Reels or YouTube within the last couple of weeks. So even the people who work in the stores are not seeing it on mainstream media. It's all been online. It's YouTube, your TikTok, your Reels, your whatever it is. You know what? My heart goes out to all the people who are going to be working in vape shops tomorrow. My heart goes out to you. It really does. Because I know what you're potentially going to have to deal with tomorrow. And I feel for you. I really do. I really do feel for you. It is going to be hard. Now, I have said to Joe today that Joe's not in tomorrow. He's got someone else covering him. But I've actually said to Joe, you know what, if you want me to, like, I'll come in for a few hours and I'll just stand there and I'll help you answer questions about the ban, because I'll hold my hands up. The finer details of the ban, I'm not the right person for it. But I do know a little bit about it. So it's like, well, you know what, if you want me to, tomorrow I'll come in, and if anyone starts kicking off or questions about the ban, if there's anything I can help explain to them, I'll do that. So tomorrow I might be. He did say I didn't have to. He said he's not into it, doesn't really care, but I might still do it anyway. I might do the same thing tomorrow what I did today and just go and see how bad it is. I might just go and sit in the vape shop for 2 hours and just sit in the corner and watch and just observe as how bad the chaos is going to be. And then if I'm there and can answer any questions about the ban and try and hopefully calm a few people down, then it's only going to win, isn't it? It's only going to be a winner. But I don't know. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Yeah. See, I'm not expressly opposed to the ban itself, the ban on disposables, on these single-use disposables. I am not strictly opposed to it, because these are like the primary target of the ban. These things are a nuisance environmentally and for like younger people. Yeah, I understand. They do. Something does need to be done. My biggest issue with it is, as I've already said, as Joe said, it's the media not informing the public. The biggest issue is that the vast majority of people who use disposable vapes like that have no clue that the ban is even a thing. That is my biggest thing with it right now. I mean, the ban itself, I understand why they're doing it. Do I agree with it 100%? Not entirely. Because people need vapes. People often forget that vapes are a stop smoking aid. That is what vape started as. And a lot of people forget that. These things are supposed to help people stop cigarettes or to get off cigarettes. Joe actually said to me he's had a few customers gone in and said if they do ban the flavours, which is something they're talking about doing next year in 2026, if they ban the flavours, the amount of customers that say, if that happens, I'm going to go back to smoking cigarettes, he said it's a very high number. Very high number. So the ban itself is going to push the entire... The ban itself is going to do two things, what I can see. It's one, it's going to massively push the vaping industry 10 steps backwards. And it's also going to push more people who have stopped smoking to go on to vaping. It's going to push more people from vaping to smoking. That's what I can see happening, especially if they bring in the flavour ban next year. So yeah. I'm giving myself a headache now. I'm getting all worked up about this, so I should probably stop talking now. We'll call it quits for that episode of Blowin Smoke. I hope you've enjoyed listening to me rant for however long this video's gone on for now about the ban. Again, it's mainly my experience of, the main thing I wanted to talk about was I don't work in a vape shop. I don't. That's not my day job. But I am good friends with the staff who work in several vape shops in my hometown. And they're all saying the same thing. Every single person I speak to who does work in a vape shop has all mirrored what Joe said. They've all mirrored what Joe said. The media has failed, and there's going to be chaos because 70% of the people who use disposable vapes have no clue that there's even a ban. I mean, I've seen it myself firsthand. I've experienced it myself firsthand. If you do work in a vape shop, I really do feel for you. And I've not even been working. I've been stood there. I've just been stood in the corner of the vape shop for the 2.5 hours. And I'm exhausted just watching all the chaos, what's going on. It's like I'm not the one dealing with the customers. I'm not the one making the sales. But I'm stood there watching and I'm listening to these conversations, what Joe is having with the customers, and I'm exhausted. So God knows how he feels. God knows how anyone else who works in a vape shop feels after today. This is what I mean. My heart does go out to you guys. If you work in a vape shop, a customer-facing vape shop, and you're working tomorrow on the first day of the ban, I really do feel for you. I really do. Because if what I've seen today is anything to go by, you're in for one hell of a day tomorrow. It's going to be a nightmare day. Probably going to be a nightmare week, but tomorrow probably will be the worst of it. Yeah. Right, you know what? That's where I'm going to leave it. I actually need to go and film some actual videos now. I need to do some reviews and everything. So my day's not over yet. I've still got a lot of filming to do for today. Just so I've got some videos to put out next week. I mean, Monday, Friday. I've not recorded anything yet. I need to get something recorded quick. So I need to go and do some recording. I might try and do a live at some point. I have now set up a Twitch. Just a little announcement thing here. I've set up a Twitch because apparently vapers can do lives on Twitch. It's not forbidden. Whereas when I try and do one on YouTube, it gets taken down within 10 minutes. So I've set up a Twitch. I haven't tried streaming yet, but I might try streaming at some point. And if I'll probably do like a practice stream at some point. So I'm not going to actually advertise it. I'm just going to make sure I can do it. But check my Linktree. I'll pop the link in the description. Check my Linktree. I've now got my Twitch on there. So head over to Twitch, give me a follow, because it might try and do it tonight. I might try and do it tonight, actually. I mean, it's not going to be a proper stream. It's going to be a stream where I go on and just try and figure out like the process of doing it on Twitch, because I haven't done Twitch before, so it's going to be brand new for me. But yeah, hit the Linktree, find me on Twitch, and you might see me doing a practice live tonight. I might just do a little bit of a tiny little live stream for an hour or something, just to try and figure it out. And if you're watching it, you can help me out. So yeah, that'll be today. Maybe. I'm not sticking to that. I mean, I've still got to film a few videos for the week coming up. Yeah. I'm not sure what I'm going to film. One thing I do want to film and get on camera, though, is the PinePod 50K. I kind of want to open this guy. So I'm not sure when this is going to come up. It's either going to be Monday or Friday, but one of them's going to do it. But this is one that I am going to open. What other one should I do? I don't know. Someone said... I know someone commented Juicy Pod. I've done the Juicy Pod already. Oh, you know what? I had a disaster as well. I had a fucking disaster. Because I actually sat down and filmed 3 videos already that were meant to go up this week. And you know what I did, right? I have these little microphone things here. I plugged these in because it gives me a lot better audio quality than over the phone, because I record everything on an iPhone. These sound a lot better than my phone. So I recorded the Novamax Juicy Pod, then I recorded the iGets, or the Zell 2, sorry, the Zell 2 box is that one. So I recorded that, and then I recorded the Gold Bar by Aloe. Boxes somewhere. So yeah, I recorded the unboxings for these 3 devices. Do you know what I forgot to do? Turn the mic on. Yeah. So I've got 3 videos of me unboxing these in complete silence. Because some idiot forgot to turn his microphone on. So I'm not sure I'm actually going to be able to upload those because... yeah. But I did film them. I still have the footage. What I might try and do is dub over them, if that makes sense. I might try and do that. I might try and like record speaking over it, but it won't be. The only reason I'm hesitant to do that is because it won't be natural. It won't flow. It'll just be me watching it back and trying to remember what I said at the time in the video to re-record it. So it'll sound really weird and off, and I'm not sure I actually want to do that. But yeah, 3 videos which may or may not see the light of day. But if they do ever see the light of day, they're in silence because, yeah, like I said, some idiot did not turn his microphone on. Yeah, but well, you can't win them all. So yeah, that's where I'm going to end the video. So I've got at least one planned, and then I've got my big Tupperware tub down there, which I'm going to pull another one or two out of. I'm definitely doing a Monday, Friday. I'm not sure about a Wednesday. Just depends how much time I get today, whether I can record 3 videos in one go or not. So we'll see. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Check out my link tree. The link is in the description. It's right at the bottom of the description if you're watching on YouTube, because it's got to go that massive wall of text to keep the YouTube gods happy. Has to come first. So right at the bottom of that massive wall of text in the description is my link tree link. Everything's on there. So yeah, go on my link tree, bottom of the description, find the one that says Twitch, click on that, follow me on Twitch, and you might, no promises, but you might get a little bit of a stream out of me tonight. Maybe. Little chance. But yeah, that's where I'm going to leave it, guys. So thank you so much for watching today. It really is appreciated. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're on YouTube. Hit the follow button if you're on Rumble. And I will see you in the next video, guys. So yeah. Okay, bye.